So it's been quite a while since I've done a question and answer session, and I've been looking through my YouTube comments today, and there are a few questions on there which really deserve a detailed answer, but it's very difficult to do that through YouTube. So I thought I'd sit down, take a few minutes, make a brew, and answer a few of these questions for you. So let's get into this. So hi and welcome back to the channel again. A really quick question and answer session today. I'll try and do as little editing as possible and just crack through as many questions as I can. Like I say, I do get hundreds of questions on YouTube, so I do apologize if it's not like when I first started, when I got to answer every question in detail. I just get so many questions, they just get lost in YouTube, and it's really hard to filter through and find the questions that I've not answered before or really have the time to go through every one. I would literally be sat at the computer for around 6 hours a day. I'd never get any work done. So I'm going to do one of these every now and again and really catch up on any questions that I think really deserve a good detailed answer. So make a brew, sit down, and let's get into this. So the first question we have is, hi Carl, I'm a fellow blogger here in the UK. Have you ever thought about doing a video where you talk about financial and the taxing part of blogging? Things like how you get paid and the best ways to get paid for your ads and your affiliate programs and how to keep track of all that. That's a really great question, and it's one that I thought would be, well, I thought it's a part of the business that I thought would be really simple. I'm used to doing accounts for businesses, and I'm used to tackling with keeping track of my income and expenditure. But doing this for me has been really difficult because I don't just have one website where I have one income coming in and it's Amazon and ads and that's it. I have obviously a portfolio of websites, but I also have lots of affiliate programs. So YouTube, email list, various different products that I sell, and it's very difficult to keep track of that. So basically the way I do my accounts is I have an accountant here in the UK, they're called Helan Accountants, and they do my quarterly and my yearly tax returns. I then have a bookkeeper who does my monthly P&Ls, so my income and my expenditure. And what she does is she correlates all the invoices paid from PayPal and my bank account, and it's all reconciled through an accounting software called Xero. Now, it is quite complex, and the reason for that is I have multiple currencies that come into PayPal, and then PayPal has to transfer that money into my bank account, convert that into British pounds, and then there's a fee for that, and then all the fees are different because it's different currencies. Oh, there's so many different factors to consider when you're doing the accounting this way. I have about 27 to 30 different affiliate programs, so it's not just one income that hits my bank account each month, it's dozens of transactions that go through my accounts pretty much daily. So you've seen my income reports, they are quite complex. In fact, it is something I'm going to do. I'm going to do some simpler, more easy to follow income reports going forward because it is getting complicated, and hence the reason I use a bookkeeper and an accountant. As far as the company goes, I am a limited company here in the UK. Now, I'm not sure in the US, I've never dealt with taxes in the US, but here in the UK, I'm a limited company, which means I've got limited liability. So what that means is I have a company account where all the money goes into. Now, I can't just dip into that money as I feel like it. It is the company. It's not me anymore. It is the company's money. And then when I want to get paid, I have to take some money out of that account as drawings. And now that is my personal income. So my personal income is kept separate from my business income. And then at the end of the year, there's obviously tax to pay on the company profits. And then I also have to pay my own income tax that's for my earnings. So the money I've personally taken out of the company. So yeah, sometimes the company feels rich. The company's got lots of money in there, but I don't actually have that much wage coming out. So the two accounts are kept separate, my own personal bank account and the business bank account. So that's the reason I haven't done a video on finances and blogging, incomes and taxes, because it is quite complex and I am not a specialist in it. Always seek professional advice. Like I said, I've hired an accountant and the bookkeeper. So I do pay probably around $300 or $400 per month, but I have a lot of income coming in from lots of places, which is difficult to track. It is worth paying the professionals to do that. Plus, a really good accountant can often save you money because they know what you can legitimately claim tax relief on and what you can't. So that's the reason I've not brought a video out on the topic. If you do want to watch any videos on this topic, Healan Accountants, I will leave a link in the description. They do have a YouTube channel, and that's where I first learned what I needed to do before I reached out and hired them as my accountant. And the next question we have is from Tortoise Cashflow, a fellow YouTuber, and he says, nice, you've upgraded your channel with an editor and a new camera. Which camera did you buy? Also, I've seen an increase in traffic on my high ticket item website. That's the website he purchased from me. When I switched over to the popcorn theme, there must be some sorcery going on. Well, to answer the first question with the camera, I bought this Sony ZV-E10. I think it's the latest one that's come out. It's particularly designed for bloggers, and it's designed with simplicity in mind, which is what I need. I have tried the Canon M50, and I struggled with all the different settings. So the Sony ZV-E10 is the perfect camera for blogging. You can blur the background, you can do products, videos on it, so it focuses in on the product and not your face. It is a superb camera. It was around £800, so I think around $1,100, and it's quite difficult to get them on a minute because it's quite new, so not many places have it. Certainly I don't think Amazon has it. I had to order it online to get it, but it's a beautiful camera and it works really well. You can interchange the lenses as well, which I have not done on this one yet, but I believe that is a real bonus of it. But hey, I just wanted something that I could film on instead of my phone. It's much easier to leave this camera on the tripod and then just film whenever I need to. And the next question is, and this is from Finding Myself Young, and you ask, just wondering, when you record your affiliate income reports, do you record what you get paid out during that month or the amount earned during that month? Okay, so that's a good question. My income reports are basically for you guys. It's my personal tracking of what my income is and to be able to show you. And yes, I can submit that screenshot to my accountant. My accountants actually work from the Xero software that I use, and they link that to my bank account. So they don't use my income reports or anything like that. They use the actual, obviously, bank account and the accounting software that I use. So I actually show you on the income reports what I have earned that month. Now, the reason being is that I get paid out all different times. A popular time for affiliates to get paid seems to be the beginning of the month, so the 1st, the 5th, and the 20th. For some reason, I get paid out at various times of the month. All the affiliate programs are very different. In fact, some of them you can set the time you actually want to get paid. So you can say, I want to actually get paid on the 10th of each month. But yeah, so it's very difficult to track what money hits my account. Obviously, my accountant uses that number, but for me to report to you, it's hard to say, okay, in this affiliate program, I earned $100, but I didn't get it paid out this month, but I might get it paid out next month on the 10th. It's too difficult. But it's easier for me to log into all my affiliate dashboards and just see what earnings I made in, let's say, January. So whatever I earned in January, that's the figure I put for that income. And also, like, for instance, with Amazon. So I could say this website earned in January $300 from Amazon. But again, I might not get it paid out until the 24th or the 1st, whatever that may be. So I just tell you and report to you what each site and each affiliate program has made each month, not what's actually hit my account that month. It just makes it so much easier for me to report back to you what the month of, let's say, January looks like for earnings. And the next question we have is, and this is from Darrow Allen, and you ask, what are the most popular blog niches? Now, if you're saying popular as in everybody is doing it, then it's things like fitness, dating, relationships, CB oils, what else? Pets is really popular now. There are lots of popular niches. What you need to be doing is not looking at the popular ones, you want to be looking at the unpopular niches. You want to find the niches that not many people are covering or talking about. Maybe niches they can be broad, but they can be narrowed down, if that makes sense. So it could be a niche that not many people are covering, but yet you can find loads of underserved topics within that. It still needs to be broad so you can expand on it, but you need to be able to find niches that people are not really talking about. So you also need to look at niches that have topics that cover a lot of informational content, so you can get lots of articles out there ranking easier, because product articles, as we know, and keywords are a lot trickier to actually rank for. So you want to find niches that cover a lot of topics, not just products. You don't want it solely focused on products like best kettles for the kitchen.com. You want to do things like, it might be mykitchen.com. So it wants to be broader, so you're not stuck in a tiny niche. So that's what you need to look for, the unpopular niches that people haven't covered that are pretty wide and has scope to expand. That's the ones you want to look at. So stop worrying about the popular niches and go after the unpopular niches. If you've not heard of it before, then it's probably a good niche to look into. And the next question we have is from Derek P. And you ask, when are you going to do a video on the Zoic setup service you mentioned? So this is a gentleman that I used who was offering to set up Zoic. He's a very successful publisher and he has very good connections with Zoic. And he has offered to set one of my websites up on the Zoic platform. So I can set Zoic up myself, and I've often reached out and got Zoic to set some of my websites up to display the ads, to see if they could do it better than either the AI is doing or better than I've set it up. So I reached out to this gentleman because he was offering this as a service to see how it was working. Now, the reason I've not done a video on the service he offered is because Zoic are going through a lot of transformations at the moment. At the time of filming this, they are doing their customer focus week and they are launching a lot of new products. Now, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, one of their products is to do with ad placements, so using the Chrome extension to set your ads out. Now, if you don't want to set up your Zoic ads manually, you just let the AI do it for you, and that's not a problem. And that's often a really good way of getting substantial income. But often it might not look how you want. Your site might not look and feel how you want it to do. So you have to set the manual ad placements up yourself. And that's what this gentleman did. He offered a service where he said he could set up the ad placements better than I could, or he thought he could set them better than I could and earn maximum revenue. Now, he did a really good job and it did earn more than the ads that I had set up on there. But I've not done a video about the service because, like I say, Zoic is changing and I want to see over the next couple of months where their service goes. I've got a feeling a lot of ad placement settings and Chrome extensions are all going to change. So that would affect his service as well. He will have to change his service to match the new products. So let's hold his breath for now. I will do a video on that as soon as we see what Zoic brings out in the next few weeks. And the next question we have, I think this is related to a video that I did called Linktree, where you could put one link and send people to various places on your website. And I think this question could be related to this. So it says, Carl, wouldn't it be advantageous to create a page on your own website where you have control of everything for free? So what he means by that is, like I said, the video was about this tool called Linktree, where you could create a one link that would send people to various places. So you might have 5 affiliate programs, and from this one link, Linktree would send them to the 5 different places. It's a tool that's used across social media like Instagram and TikTok. So to answer that question, I do have my own page. It's called carlbrodman.com/resources. And it's where I link all the tools and resources I either use or recommend. So feel free to go check that out. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. You can see all the tools and programs that I recommend, and you can see how I've laid that page out, and it might be something that would be suitable for you to create for your website. So yeah, I do understand what you mean. Why don't I create my own page? But Linktree is really set up for a different thing. It's set up for Instagram and TikTok mainly. So if you haven't seen the video, I will either leave a card up on the screen or there will be a link to that video in the description. Go check out, it's Linktree tutorial. And the next question we have is, looks like it's regarding zoic ads and niches in particular. And the question is, one question I have is whether niche is really a factor when 9 out of 10 ads that display on a site are relevant to your search history. E.g., I go to a France site with zoic or AdSense on it, and rarely do I see ads related to France. Now, I get what you mean by that. The visitors coming to your website, if they're interested in a particular topic, does it matter if that niche is relevant to that topic for the ads to display? And the answer to that is no, because the ads that display on there are relevant to your search history. So what you're trying to say is your ad revenue would be the same no matter what the niche is, because it's relevant to the viewer's search history. So my taking on that is true if the ads are tracked and your search history has been tracked. But if there is no search history, then the relevant ads that show up on that website would be niche dependent. So if that niche is in, let's say, finance, there will be more finance ads showing on that. It's a really good question. It's one actually I think I'll dig a little bit deeper into, because I'm not 100% certain on the answer to that, but I do get what you mean. But the way the niche would work and the ads would work is that if you're searching for finance things, then the system will pick up on that and you will land on the website that is financial and you will see financial ads. And that way you will get paid more because the niche is finance. So we know the RPM for finance is quite high, and therefore you will be serving financial ads on your financial niche to a person who's looking for finance. So yes, you will get paid a higher ad revenue. Whereas if that person was searching, let's say, pet products, then the RPM might be less. So your niche of pets is relevant because you're going after a target audience where you know the advertising revenue is going to be less. So the niche is important for display ads particularly because, like I say, you want to go after the niches where you know the ads that are displayed, the advertisers are going to pay a premium to get them ads on your site because they've got a really targeted audience for people who they know is going to spend more money than somebody, let's say, who wants some pet food. And the next question we have is, can you talk about the best low as paying networks for small bloggers? So I'm not sure what you mean about that, but I think possibly you're meaning, can I point out some best paying affiliate programs maybe for bloggers? And that's going to really depend on the niche that you're going after. If you go over to carlbroadbent.com, I have just started writing a lot of blog posts that are about best affiliate programs. So I have best affiliate programs for food bloggers, best affiliate programs for clothing, best affiliate products for pet websites. So I've just started writing, I think I've got about 8 or 9 articles on there, and I'm going to try and find as many really good affiliate programs for each niche or industry. So head over to carlbroadbent.com. Hopefully there's an article on there. If not, let me know what your niche is and I'll see if I can find some really good affiliate programs for you to market. And the next question we have looks like it's about my video series, my aged website case study series. So let's answer this question. Carl, do you think you can carry the authority and redirect to a new domain name you prefer if the current domain name is a bit naff? So I think what he's meaning is if you buy a domain name and it's got some authority and you don't like the domain name, could you create a new website with a better name and then transfer that authority from that website through to your new domain name? And yeah, that is possible. Again, this website case study that I'm doing at the minute on buying an aged domain is going to cover a lot of that. I am not an expert on this and I am going to work on my own learnings and find out about this. But yes, you could redirect the articles and the content that's on that really powerful aged domain that you don't like the name of, and you could point it to a new one. There are specific methods and ways of doing that, but yes, it is possible. You could get rid of that, as you say, that naff name that you don't like, but you could still keep the authority from that and send it through to a URL that you do like. That is certainly possible. The methods of doing that are covered by lots of people, and I will try and leave some links in the description to some sources like that. So, but yeah, it is possible to do that. Get rid of that naff domain that you don't like and create something nice, but send the power from that naff domain through to your new one. Yeah, it's definitely possible. And the next question we have is, Does changing the theme break a site, and also does it affect your rankings? So this is a question from somebody who's obviously looking to change their theme, and it's a question we've been asked quite a few times. Obviously, we've brought the popcorn theme out, and we get this question asked a lot. So there are a bit of a procedure you should do. So if you're ever changing your theme, number one, always back up your website before you start adding any new themes. Number two, consider adding the child theme, and then you can play around with the settings. You can see what it looks like before you decide if it's a theme that you want to actually go to, before you decide to obviously delete your original theme. You can play around with it. If you do make any mistakes, you can also revert your website back, so you can take it back in time and put it back to how it was. So there's not too much of a worry when you are adding a new theme. Now, when you add most themes, there will always be some things you need to do. Maybe your table of contents might break. Maybe your product charts or any infographics that you have on there might not work correctly. The ad placements you have on there will have to be reset. There are always things you need to change. So you need to think about if you're changing your theme for the right reasons. If it's to increase the speed and the usability in your core web vital metrics, then it's worth the hassle of having to look through your posts and see if the new theme has, disrupted anything. It's worth that hassle. If you're just doing it because you just want it to look differently, then it may not be worth all the hassle. I would only put a theme on there if it's going to increase my metrics, my on-page time, my click-through rate, my core web vitals, my page speeds, and my user experience. If that's going to work, then yeah, add a new theme. If it does break it slightly, you have to make a few changes, then it's often worth the hassle. But if you're just doing it because you just want to play around with it and mess about with it, I wouldn't bother. If your website's running fast and it's working fine, then I wouldn't change the theme. But if it's going to improve the user metrics, then it's worth considering. Even if certain elements of it might break and you have to go through the pages one by one, it's often worth it in the long run. So I think we've covered a few for today. My tea has definitely gone cold now, and hopefully I've answered your question. If I've not, I will try and do another Q&A session in the next few weeks or so. If I don't answer your questions on YouTube, you can always jump over to my Discord channel. The link is in the description. I'm on there quite a bit, and I actually get to see more questions through there because it's a more filtered process. It's a lot easier to find your questions through Discord than it is through YouTube. But please do keep commenting. I do love the fact that you are commenting on my videos. Give the video a thumbs up, particularly this one if you've liked it. And like I say, feel free to ask me any questions on YouTube or through on my Discord channel. But for now, I think that's enough for today. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.